everyone. It is that time of year, Christmas, and every year for Christmas, I love making handmade presents for everyone. And I get to about December and then I realize how much work I have to do. But they're just such a great gift because you put thought into what this person would like. And so today is going to be a very easy video on what I'm going to give for presents. So my mother-in-law requested the shirt dress. My father-in-law does the same, so I found this men's one. And then Simplicity has this great pattern that has children from extra small, so about a 5, all the way to adult extra large. I did the math on how many I have to do. I have to do 7 of them. And so I bought 4 of them when they were on sale so that I could cut them up and not feel too terrible that I'm cutting up a $21 pattern. This year's theme, so I usually do something that my kids would really enjoy. Years past I've done for my son Star Wars. My daughter, she likes anything Disney. This year, there's just some great fabric out there. I'm doing funny. Everything is funny. So my father-in-law loves anything googly eyes. So I found this great banana googly eye. I love this fabric. And I got enough of it to make a nightcap like Ebenezer Scrooge. I'm so excited. And then my mother-in-law, hamster cowboys. Yes, they're hamster cowboys. Southwest hamsters. It's fantastic. So I'm very excited to start that. She didn't want anything else for Christmas except me make her pajamas. So I got her also a nice one. I got her these coffee cups that say wake up juice. And then my brother-in-law, I got this this dog, and he says, hi, I'm Frank, and it's a hot dog. I just think it's so funny. And then my sister-in-law loves animals. So I got this, dogs are my favorite people. 100% her. And then for me, and I never make myself anything, but this year I was like, oh, I have to make myself this one. I'm making myself butter pants. Why not? I think it's just great. Why in the world would you have fabric that had sticks of butter on it? My daughter, huge fan of pickles. So I found pickle fabric. Son is a big donut fan. So we found donuts in space because why not? And then my daughter is all things goats lately, which is kind of okay. I mean, I guess they're funny, but she just loves goats. So she gets this goat fabric. So I've got a lot of work to do, but let's get started. So I've cut out my pattern pieces and I decided I'm going to do one at a time so I don't get pieces mixed up because that would be a bummer. I cut them all out, so let's get sewing. So I just finished the nightshirt, my father-in-law's nightshirt, and it couldn't be easier. This is a great pattern. It was easy to follow. So other than just cutting my strings, this is done. My husband wanted me to make a nightcap, you know, like as Ebenezer Scrooge wore with the little tassel on the bottom. There's not a lot of information on them, which is kind of interesting. And I went to this website, and it's historicaltailoring.com. It says drafting a nightcap. Hopefully this is what I want. So I have my paper. I think I'm going to make mine 25. And
hopefully this will work. If not, we'll have to figure something else out because this is it. This is the only pattern there is. I can knit one, but I don't really want to. Hopefully this will work. Okay, so I cut it out. This is what it looks like. I mean, I think it's good. I don't know. So we shall see how this turns out. I'm gonna cut it out of the banana fabric, and I'm not really using it for anything else. So let's do it. So after 2 drafts and a lot of sewing, because it was just so tight, I couldn't even put it on my head. And his head is bigger than mine. I think I got it. And then my daughter made this little pom-pom and I just attached it to the end. All in all, good project. So I can't wait to give it to him on Christmas Eve because that's what we do. We give each other the pajama part on Christmas Eve. I'm on to my next project, which I think will be my mother-in-law's nightgowns. So on to project number 2. This project is for my mother-in-law. This is the only thing she's asked for me for Christmas. She made this pattern once before, so it was nice because I didn't have to cut it out. It was already there. The size, everything. Again, my theme was funny, so I got these Western hamsters, which I just think are hilarious. And then, since this is like the only thing she's ever asked me for, I thought I'd be nice too and get her some coffee cups because she loves coffee. They've been washed, ready to cut out. I already did the hamsters. I will start on the coffee cups and then I'll get them done all at the same time, so that'll be easy. So far, it's super slow going. The patterns turned out to be harder to follow than I wanted it to. There's a lot of things that I wouldn't do. The second one, I think I'm just gonna skip a bunch because it just doesn't make any sense. I feel like I'm sewing twice for something that I could just do once. Because the yoke they had you do, instead of sandwiching the two together, they want you to do one side and then the other side, so it's like sewing twice. And then they want me to hand sew the yoke, and I was like, no, I'm gonna stitch in the ditch. It turned out great. I'm gonna put on the placket. I did the yoke in the back, has this giant pleat in the back. Here's the pleat. So the next thing I do is the placket. I finished one and it's not bad. This pattern was difficult in a lot of ways. The placket was confusing to put on. It was difficult. I guess this is the worst part, was the placket. I've got one done and I've got the coffee cups to go. I'm not looking forward to it. It was a difficult pattern. A lot of hand stitching. I feel like an unnecessary amount of hand stitching. Hopefully it goes a lot easier now that I know what I'm doing. Although the hamsters are still cute. It was just a lot of trying to figure out what's going on with it. Again, if the placket wasn't there, it would have been so easy. Let's get started on the second one. So I'm putting on this placket and I'm figuring out why I don't like this pattern. I think it was drafted wrong because nothing matches. The side seam here, this is the first notch. Now, as you can tell, there's a huge gap in that, and I'm supposed to make it fit. I've got probably an inch bigger than what it needs to be. I did everything right, and I still have an inch extra that I can't figure out where it needs to go. I can't
make this inch disappear. I could put a dart there, but like, why is it here? It's just really, 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 really frustrating because everything else matches. I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should just redraft the placket. I don't know. It's frustrating because I can't get it to fit. I'm not sure what to do. I just hate when patterns do this, where it's like not possible. I'm reading all of the instructions, I do all the things right, and I still can't get it to fit. I just want a pattern that's good. And there are some good ones out there. Like I did my father-in-law's and it was so easy and it was straightforward and it was like, yeah, this is simple. It's just frustrating. I don't want to redraft this, but that's just not gonna fit. It's gonna be bunchy and look awful. We'll see how it goes. I'm just frustrated. So hopefully it just turns out the way I want it to, but I'm not holding my breath. Quick update on my pajamas. Yesterday was just not a sewing day, and whenever I get these multiple mistakes, nothing works, I should stop. I have these days where I just go and everything is just turning out awful. I'm not focused and it's just not a sewing day. I usually can recognize those, be like, okay, I'm just not gonna do it today. You just have these days that just nothing works. But I am so behind in my sewing that I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna power through. And I made so many mistakes. I made so many mistakes. Like the placket had a huge hole in the bottom and I'm like, how did I do that? So I had to put a patch on the bottom, but it's not supposed to be there. I'm kind of disappointed. I really hate this pattern. I hate that feeling that I haven't done something correctly and I'm gonna give it to someone. Christmas is 9 days away. I've got, let's see, 7 pajama pants to do. I am just gonna move on, and maybe I do these 7 pajama pants and it takes me 2 days and I've got extra time. We'll see. So I'm putting the sleeves in right now, and then I will do the cuff and the hem, and then it'll be finished and I don't have to ever look at it again. Hopefully today, fingers crossed, is a sewing day. It's finally over. My nightshirt is finished. I had to rip out the placket. I just couldn't give this to someone and it was just so poorly done. I'm too much of a perfectionist. I should walk the pattern to make sure that everything lines up, because when I moved the notch down, it was like way easy. You shouldn't have to walk the seam to make sure that everything aligns, but we got there eventually. So I've got 3 down and 7 more to go. Here's the final result on the coffee cups for my mother-in-law. Turned out pretty well. I like how it sits and how it looks. This is the best one out of the 2, I think, because I redid the placket to make it fit better. But I have buttonholes on it and now it's just ready to go. All right, here's the second one. Now that it's on a form, it doesn't look bad at all. I'm pretty pleased with it. I'm very excited to give this one to her because the print is just ridiculous. So, hamster, cowboy hamsters. Everything hangs right, looks really good. I'm very pleased with this one. And here's the finished shirt for my father-in-law. Doesn't fit Harriet very well. I am so excited to get this to him. He has no idea he's getting anything like this. This is just great. I loved this pattern. This pattern was so easy and it just turned out so well. So I am very excited to give this to him.